Literally.
Hello and welcome to Midweek Gaming. I'd like to apologise, but Sony was causing some issues, and Mr. Tushi's going to explain what was happening.
It was me fucking Sony phone causing echoes.
Welcome everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for bearing with us. Thanks Masuku, back from the dead. Assassin, I'm sure I see Assassin Looper, Infinite. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. How are we all? How are you, Mr. Tushi? You had a good week so far?
I've had a hell of a week, but I'm doing alright.
You don't have to beat up, don't worry.
Let's just say London.
Lovely place.
Oh yeah.
Favourite destination?
It's where the money is, so you gotta go, ain't you?
Well, exactly.
You don't earn the 80 grand you're on just by sitting at home, mate.
No, exactly.
I wish. Guys, what were you going to say? Sorry, you were going to say something before somebody else spoke.
Did you want to? Have you played? Well, stupid question with you. Have you been playing many games this? Weekend or week?
The weekend I played a lot of Call of Duty again. Nearly at Prestige 2.
Well done.
Dub's favourite game.
It used to be years ago, because up till Black Ops 4, I used to be one of these people that bought it every year, like without fail, and I used to say, never buying it again, never buying it again. And by the time it would come out, I'd own it. But since World War II, after Black Ops 4, I bought that. I had it on PS4, and that was the last Call of Duty I bought. It was. I walked away from it because I worked out I was basically buying it for the hype, playing it for a few days or week or whatever in the hype, and then in the end, fucking campers, and then I got fed up with playing it.
The things with Black Ops 4, it was like a dip in the new genre, weren't they? Because they went into the battle royale, didn't they?
Mm.
And there's no campaign with that one. It really shocked me that did.
I did buy that, you know. I don't say I don't like Call of Duty, but if I was to play Call of Duty, they should put more sales on, put their games on sale on digital, but they don't. Nuketown is my favourite map.
When they went to no campaign is when I stopped buying, because I always
exactly same here. Yeah.
There was
it didn't affect it really, from what I gather. Apparently, the reason they done that was because at the time I believe they got asked, and they said they looked at the analytical data because they can see more than we can. They looked at who completed the campaign, and it was something minute. So they thought, why bother? It obviously affected sales somehow, but they reckon it didn't really hurt them. You know?
Well, the last campaign they had was like a 5-hour campaign. It was complete shit anyway. I mean, it was poorly done. It was such a short play. It was like, okay, I just paid $70, $60 to spend 5 hours of my life and be done. That was not good.
Because with Call of Duty, because it is rare they're on sale. But remember when we had that sale in was it like August or June, July, somewhere around there? We had a big sale on, weren't there? And I remember, because I bought 31 games in one day, didn't I? Remember that?
No, I do not. I remember that. What? Tell the story.
I went crazy on the sale.
Tell the story. I've not heard this.
You know, when you just go in there and there's everything's on sale and you think, oh, God, I wouldn't mind that. I think it was 31 I bought in that one day. I bought all the Call of Duties, all the older ones and stuff.
Well, what kind of money are we talking for Call of Duty? How much were they on offer for?
About £18 each, so they weren't too bad.
That's not bad for them.
I know that's why I picked them up, because I had them on disc years and years ago. But I just thought, I wouldn't mind playing the campaigns again and stuff, so I bought them all to play them again.
Oh, fair enough. Wow. Well, Mr. Tushi's keeping an eye on his bank account because apparently he's been looking through. We don't talk about how much, but his December finances, he was looking, and even himself was not impressed. And we're talking games, people.
I don't know how.
The question, Rick.
But I hadn't even been out or anything. I just been sitting at home playing on the Xbox for a whole month, and I think somehow I spent £6,000. I don't know where and how or why.
What?
Wow!
I couldn't work it out when you showed me them screenshots.
We've got
the screenshots
here.
The left side was my income, and it was income, ingoings and outgoings for the month.
If you just want to throw money, you can throw it my way. I need it. Okay.
But to be fair, that 6,000 wasn't solely on games, now, was it?
No.
At least 50% of that was on takeaway.
But I did go crazy with the Switch as well, didn't I? I bought around 20
PC
for that.
For your kids, you know.
That was in November.
Oh right. Oh.
PC, the gaming PC was in November.
Oh. Wow.
It's definitely got to be the takeaway then.
McDonald's, that's where it went.
That's what. Yeah, $3,000 on McDonald's in a month.
But yeah, no.
Your McFan card's coming through the post at any point.
I just want to say shout out to some people in chat. Welcome, Shizno Elite. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome, Pong Soul. Welcome, ATS Huskin. We've got someone new in the chat today. Well, where were we? I see him up top.
I'd love to see how you're going to say this.
Can you say it for me?
No, I'm waiting for you to say it.
Okay. Vickless Conclaves.
Vinicius Conclaves, I think.
Welcome and thanks for stopping by. Please press subscribe if you and let us know if we said your name correctly.
Hang on.
And ACS Husk is there.
Wait a minute, that's
Vinny from the game night. It's Vinny, yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah, that's Vinny Philly.
Yep. ACS's Husk is in the house.
Welcome, Infinite. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome, Fastback, the Gamers Guild United crew. Welcome. Yeah, there's a few stop by. So, welcome. How are you doing, Cerebral Sanity? You been up to much? You been gaming much, or you been fixing that leak?
That's just something I'm not going to talk about because I'm going to get angry about it. Let's just say that's Friday's job is to redo the roof, which is going to be nice. In terms of gaming, I have generally been solely focused on bumping up my 10,000 gamer score by the end of the month.
I won't do
I don't think I did either, but I managed to Fractured Minds. So it was a pretty nifty one, which was actually a recommendation by yourself, if I remember correctly. So that was a nice, easy 1,000, which helped me out and got me to look around.
Yes.
There's a couple of games really. I just try to have a quick look on the Gamepass and see which ones I kind of was interested in. I find myself now. Because some of you may or may not know, is most of my setup is mobile orientated. So my PC is set all through my mobile onto a computer monitor. And so during my 30 minutes of lunch hour I get every day, I kind of use the cloud. And using the cloud, I then start playing some games. And because it doesn't download to my Xbox, I start playing games that aren't on my Xbox. So I've been doing that. I've been looking at different games on the cloud at the moment and playing some of those and getting some of the achievements through there.
Oh, nice. It's good to hear that. It is.
Have you achieved the 10,000 yet?
No, I've hit about, currently at this stage, is about 2,075.
One game for you is Bullet Beat. You'll get 3,000 games.
Is that on Game? Oh, okay, but you have to buy it.
I was going to ask. Well, that was 3,000. That was a bit strange.
Some games have just randomly pumped their game score to 3,000.
Yeah, it's random, isn't it? It is. What did Vinny say? He told it is Vinny. He said what to call him at the top. I've missed it. Chat's going too fast.
Vinny Village.
Ben Dude's in the house at the moment. Ben Dude 86. He's got 1,000 G down his team.
10,000 G. He said he meant.
Oh, Christ, 10,000.
Yeah, but Ben Dude, mate, he
I've
doesn't surprise me.
I've asked the chat who's got the 10,000 for the month.
Ben Dude is the guy who's 100%ed Halo, so nothing surprises me about that. Ben Dude.
I think the only person who's currently at the moment that I know has got 10,000. In fact, he hasn't got 10,000. He's got 20,000. Is UK Dazarus. Yeah, UK Dazarus. Two accounts to get 10,000.
Yeah, welcome Invader Gaming. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. And welcome. Have you finished your gaming, your intro?
Yeah, I can shut up now.
Welcome, Tall Man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Welcome, Cerebral Paul. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, good. Another day, another dime. I mean, let's see. Yeah, let's see. What have I been playing? I've been playing a little bit of everything, a little bit of greed ball, a little bit of golf. Need to play more golf. I scatter around all week. That's why when you ask me what have you been playing, it's like everything. You know,
well, it's good. It's good, guys.
Yeah, whatever strikes my fancy at the time. You know, a little golf with your friends. You know, quite a bit of Call of Duty this last week with friends, and whatever it was we played last Saturday that I was really bad at. Oh, Rocket League, that would be it. Yeah,
and Forza Horizon.
I immediately uninstalled Rocket League. Okay, never happening again.
Right on a minute. Sorry. Mr. Tushi, the Gears 5 legend.
Yeah.
I've just seen it.
Yeah.
We'll put that so no one can see it.
I feel that everyone in the chat, just for you guys in the chat, if you feel there should be a live stream between Tushi and Stubbs, shove it in the chat and say, promote it in the chat if you want that to happen.
By the way,
I'm trying to push it.
Speaking of chat, I wanted to say that I see all your hellos. It's hard for me to chat and type at the same time, so I'm acknowledging you now. I see them all. Thank you very much. Yeah. And I don't like most of you. No, I'm kidding.
We'll do it for the weekend. Stubbs.
Well,
he's been very quiet now.
I'm enlisting some help from Crispy and some others doing 1v1s. And doing some 1v1s because if you're that good. You're that good, you see. I need help.
Make it fun. If you get Crispy, make sure he's been drinking a while. That'll make it.
I ain't that good at it. I'll do it right at times.
Oh, Insider, I'm sure you're not one of the ones I don't like. I like you.
Yeah, no, it'd be a bit of fun. I don't know when we're going to have to try and do it at some point. We will organise a time and all that. We will do it, but I think Mr. Tushi might want a bit more practice first.
Yep.
He says he doesn't, but he will because they've changed the tuning.
How about tomorrow night then? 9 p.m. tomorrow. I'll meet you in the lobby.
No, what day are we on? Wednesday.
Thursday night.
It'll be Thursday. Yep, Thursday night.
I'll kick your ass. He's speechless.
He's gone very quiet now.
Welcome on, mate. How are you doing?
I'm very well, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you for the invite once again.
Oh, yes, everyone. Animated Evil's now a regular panel member. Weekly. And
welcome to the asylum.
Yeah, he was already kind of one because he stood in for people if they were off, etc. VJ couldn't make it and stuff like that. So I just thought, invite him in.
Speaking of that, VJ's having a bit of problem at the moment, so that's why he's unable to make it tonight.
Diarrhea.
Yeah, I was wondering where VJ was.
Yeah, it's kind of an ongoing situation, but I hope, you know what I mean. Hope you're doing all right, VJ. You know,
We miss you.
yeah, we do miss you, VJ. What's up, Dragon Wolf? Have you been playing any games, Animated Evil?
I have. I've joined in this silliness that is you have to score 10,000 for the month, because why not, right? So I've played a lot of really rubbish games, but I've played a couple of little gems. But I've just started Jedi: The Fallen Order yesterday.
Ooh.
Oh,
Mm.
that one
And-
may take you the rest of the month to get all the points for that one.
Well, that's fine. I can do a couple of indies, then do a planet. It's fine. Yeah, but I'm really loving that game. I think that's going to take my time up for the next couple of weeks, or until I finish it.
That's good to hear. Because you know, I can tell you for a fact I won't do it. You know,
I do the
7,000
best
something.
I can.
I'm not trying to either.
Yeah,
you know.
I do the best I can. All those points go toward my Microsoft points, which go toward games or Game Pass. So
It's fair enough,
Exactly.
man.
Yeah.
It's a good system, though. You know, the thing is, it's like it used to be easier to earn more, and Cerebral Paul is the lucky one in there because I know for a fact that the Americans get more points for their streaks and more points for everything. I know that, but you get more than the rest of the world in America.
Is it to do with the conversion rate or something, like for the value of the
it's-
dollar and pound and
It's an
stuff?
American company. They're paid for Americans, you know.
Fair enough.
As far as I know, they get more points for their streaks and everything. They do. I could be wrong, but at one point they did get more points in general.
well,
I know
off-screen
stuff like when-
that we can compare. I can see what I get compared to what one of you get.
From what when me and VJ, when I was training him to how to do all the rewards and stuff, when he first got the Xbox, we was going through and the points were exactly the same. But I don't know about the streaks and stuff if they're different.
I think it's the streaks. You know,
Ah.
I always cock them streaks up. You know, I was doing well this week. I was
Yeah.
keeping it up on a right old streak, 14 days. I've done over 100 days before, and I fuck it up, right? I was playing Limbo last night. I'm fucking getting into Limbo.
Good game, that is.
Getting a bit. I love it, but I hate it. You know, them games you've got to use your brain. Me and the wife have been playing it, and it's a good game. And I forgot to do it, didn't I? I think the streak was reset.
Yeah,
But
I
also,
always
there's
mess up my streaks.
There's also been complaints to some of my mates like Mass Mayhem and some of the lads in BG4G before and Dazcast DM that sometimes the actual streaks fuck up themselves.
Yeah.
Because they said I've swore I'd done the rewards, I'd done the dailies, I kept checking, and it's made out. It fucks up. I don't know if it's a common problem, but I know a lot of people have complained that they have definitely done it, and
Shit.
It's a common problem, but I know a lot of
Shit.
people.
Hang on,
It's all
sorry.
right, you hear my voice. Some people say that happens to them. I don't know if you've had that cerebral before, but you've definitely done it.
Oh yeah.
Some people tell me.
It happened to me, you know. It's like it's on a 24-hour timer, and it's weird because I've gone on before. Like I used to go on like a ritual at the same time every day or in the morning and do it as a routine. And I went on one morning and it said I'd missed it, and it was really annoying because I've been doing it every day, and then you lose motivation and I can't be asked to do it anymore.
So it used to annoy me to the point where I was like, "Fucking!" I used to get out annoyed. I had to go sleep at night. I was like, "Fuck this, man!" I'm so raging. I was like, "And well done to Dragon Wolf in chat. 305,000 points currently.
Jesus.
Congratulations!
Well, it's a lot of
Well
Microsoft
done,
points.
because that man is strong. Because the problem I have, I build a lot bunch up and I think, there's a sale, there's a game I want, and I spend it. But you are strong, Dragon Wolf. You don't spend. Because you could actually buy, if you carry on going, you could buy a Series X or something with it. You know?
Mhm.
You could, you know.
I used mine, done last year to buy a custom controller.
Did you?
Didn't I? Remember the yellow, the one with my gamer tag and the blue and
Yeah, they
blue and
did. Yeah.
yellow.
Oh, fair enough.
It'll soon build up if you keep going. If you buy the games as well, that helps.
Yeah, it does. Just considering you buy the most games in the group, that's obviously, you know.
Tell you the thing, I ain't bought any big games since December. You know,
Oh.
I think
God, it's only a month ago.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a whole 2 weeks. I haven't bought a big game. Oh crap!
It's that itch. It's that itch, isn't it? It starts to twitch the moment it happens. Yeah.
I did buy 4 games to get that 10,000 G.
You fucking cheater.
Oops. Hey ho.
So I take it we've got some topics for us then, Stubbsy.
We have. Welcome, Four Guys for Quarters. Welcome, clowns. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, we have got some topics. We haven't got that many topics. Just like
Yeah, we didn't have any topics yesterday. I think
we came up with some because there is a lot to talk about. But I don't like to cover what everyone else covers. Try and cover something different. But yeah, I've been playing games. By the way, I've been playing Limbo. I'm playing with a wife, and I play Hollow Knight.
Oh, are you?
Oh, Limbo, the game. And then Hollow Knight I'm playing, and I'm playing fucking Gears. I've got to beat this guy called Tushi.
Yes.
No chance. He's a very good player.
Well, no one in the community, indie gamers got faith in me.
What we should do is we should challenge the game.
Animated Evil has faith in me.
Yeah, I voted you, Stubbs.
But some people must have voted me. I've got 32%.
It's the only way I could get on the show.
But we all know on social media, Mr. Tushi's more popular. That's why it's 70%. Yes, you are. Community game night. They're scared if they don't vote for you, there won't be a community game night again.
Yeah, right.
I'm joking. Welcome, the Indie Gamer. Thanks for stopping by. So, I'm not really versed in the Xbox Series X updates. Does Mr. Tushi or Cerebral? I'm not versed in it. Do you want to lead that, Mr. Tushi, or whoever wants to lead it? Because you know far more than I do on this subject.
If you want me to.
I don't know a lot about it. I don't.
It's basically when there's an update comes to an Xbox, it's there's a huge variety of stuff all gets implemented into one update, and they send one big patch over, and then but each, for example, say if they resolve one problem, they'll obviously sort that bit of the patch out. Then they've obviously got to wait for all the rest of them to be done, and it comes later on, probably like a month's time or something when you get the update. But apparently now they're doing that. They'll be able to do it in segments, so they can just patch any part of any problems. So hopefully, if we have any issues, like for example this connection issue we're having, they'll be able to resolve it straight away. And hopefully it's the same. It would be the same with the games as well. I'm guessing.
Well,
I'm hoping.
Sounds good. I mean,
I think the game updates are probably up to the developer, not to.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, but especially with for the UI and stuff, when we've got problems, because you always get problems now and then, don't you? And it's like I've had a problem since day one with that freaking connection. It does me nothing. It happened today again.
They've not fixed that yet, then.
No.
No.
Apparently, I did read somewhere that it's in the alpha ring that they're trying to resolve it now. But I need to get myself back in the alpha. I took myself out because I was thinking maybe it's something to do with the alpha, but then it wasn't.
Oh, I'm still in the alpha. If you want me to have a quick look, I'll do it tonight if you want. Well, after this, and have a quick look, because I've been quite lucky, I guess, then, because I've had no. Well, where's some wood? I've touched wood. I've had no issues yet.
I don't want to hear about you touching wood. Okay.
No chickens.
Is that not a saying over in America, then, Paul? Touch wood.
Well, no, we knock wood.
Oh, it's a good look thing here.
Yeah, touching wood is something different.
Oh, apparently, Lupa was saying these updates, you won't have to. The consoles won't have to reboot. Apparently.
Oh, well,
yeah, it's just it.
Won't have to reboot.
Yeah,
really, I missed that. Wow,
that's interesting.
I read or heard somewhere that it would do it after a turn off. I think what they're trying to do is push it.
Wait to go back, basically.
a bit more like
right.
a Windows PC.
Yeah, that's how Windows does it.
Yeah, when your update is ready, when you turn it off, it'll say it'll update and shut down. I think I heard or read that they're going to do that.
Oh,
I can't be certain though.
Fair enough. Basically, say consoles technically, because your console, even though like my Series X is sitting there, it's technically still on, but it looks like it's switched off. You know, that's probably when it does the update, which is it's more efficient for the console. It won't disturb your gaming, will it?
Nope.
And I found with the, like I said in our chat, with the Series X, it updates so quick, it doesn't bug me near as bad as it did on my Xbox One. See that glaring message. It's update time. Oh, crap. Which was always usually like 3 minutes before I was supposed to stream. But, you know.
Thanks, Bendu, for stopping by on your break. Much respect to you, mate, for being a key worker, mate. He says being a key worker sucks. I've got to go back to work soon. Fair enough, mate. Bendu, thanks for stopping by. I'm a key worker, but I can't walk well enough yet. I should be back in a month's time, hopefully. But yeah, the update sounds very good.
So you're saying right now in a foot race I could beat you?
I walked to the shops today with a walking stick. It's only like around the corner, but I went to the shop and came back by myself. Done all right.
Well, that's a lot of progress to where you were, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Have you got like a gentleman's walking stick?
No, you do not.
Like something. No. So it's got like a deer's head out of it, and then you press a little button, and that comes a little sword if necessary. Just in case.
What's on my stick, but no, it's not like that at all. It's quite embarrassing, but no one looks at it. You know. So
actually, instead, it's a 32-inch dildo, which you've just programmed into a walking stick.
Head of a certain type.
Bloody flowers on the thing.
At least it doesn't strap into chickens like you.
Well, since you're in England, shouldn't you just use like an umbrella, and you could be like Umbrella Academy and just use that?
Yeah. Well, it's good to see that you're walking again. You'll be legging it to the shops in no time.
It's just standing up, you see. It's not so much to walking. I've got to train myself to stand up for longer because I get lower back pain because I'm not used to standing up. You see, that's the problem. So I've got to rebuild my muscle.
Yeah,
you know? And
I'm in the same boat actually. And once you lose that, it's hard to build it back up.
It is. I was going to say it's exceptionally hard to rebuild muscle.
I didn't know that it would be this difficult. Actually,
it isn't. It is very, very hard. It is something that really takes.
I try my hardest, and people are like, "Oh, it's not that easy." Like, that's just it. Fucking is. You'll try, bro. I can get a sledgehammer. Here you go. I'll smash your leg, and you go and have an operation, and let's see how it works out for you. Oh, it is like that. It says walking, you don't think about it because the physio said you don't think about it, but your muscle memory, you lose your muscle memory. Your body knows what to do, and when you ain't walked for ages and you've had an operation, your body's in like safe mode. It doesn't want to hurt itself, you know. So you're cautious. Like I can actually make the full strides walking down the stairs, but I walk slowly because I've had bad experiences on slipping down the stairs on my stairs. So I do one step at a time with a walking stick. I do.
Well, that's good. That's actually a better thing because it also you can until your body's training itself again to. It's not the fact that it's just training itself not to twinge or cause problems for itself at the same time. It's trying to make sure that once you get used to it and also take the plunge and your leg's strong enough, it'll just happen and you'll just walk down the stairs without realizing it, and then you'll do something and go, oh yeah, I did that. It is.
I've been waiting 54 years for that day. Oh, sorry.
It will happen.
Yeah. Well, and because when I went physio, the first session, the physio was very impressed. You're walking very well. Well, yeah, I've been walking about a week. Oh, right. When were you supposed to start walking? He said the 1st January. Well, it's only a guideline, she said. It did give you a bit too much, a bit more time than you're supposed to have, you know.
Well, that's good actually.
I keep getting physio appointments, right? They send me a letter, and then they send me a letter. It's cancelled. Here's your new date. Then they send me another letter. You've got a new appointment. Then they send me another letter. It's cancelled. So I'm supposed to be going in February, second of February.
Did they send you another letter?
No, I'm supposed to be going. I haven't heard from the hospital. You know, like the consultant to go and have it X-rayed and see how well I'm doing. Not heard from them at all. I was supposed to have gone in January, but because of all this craziness going on, that's probably what's going on. You know.
Yeah.
Sounds very similar to my missus and me date night.
What should keep sending you a letter to cancel it?
There.
Yeah, it sends me a letter. It gets cancelled. I sit another day. She sends me a letter. That's cancelled. Oh, okay.
If she told you now she's going to wait till February 2nd. Oh.
so we've got some new Game Pass games going. The ones of interest will be. I'm just ashamed that VJ wasn't on here to talk. But I know this will pique Removal Sanity's interest and maybe some others. I'm not listing all of them, just the ones that pique the interest of the co-hosts. Yakuza 3, 4, 5 remastered and Desperados 3. Oh, any of you excited about this?
Desperados is what I'm looking forward to.
Go on, who wants to go first?
I will.
Just jump in on
that. Cerebral.
Go up, Paul, because I want to hear about Desperados. I don't know what it is.
What? I don't know. I mean, it's just it's a title that I remember it interested me back in the day. Now we'll see. You know, I'm not really. The Yakuza titles are beautiful, but they're not my style of game. I tried to get into them, tried to enjoy them. The stories are cool, but I hate watching a video game for 20 minutes. I mean, the controller actually shuts off, and then you have to fight for 3 seconds, and then you rinse, repeat, do it again. I'm like, yeah, beautiful story, great, looks great, not my thing. You know. Yeah.
With Desperados though, this was a game I used to play as a kid because when I was a PC gamer in the 90s. I had the first one. I had it with I mentioned it before. I got it in a box of cereal once. when they used to give free games away and stuff.
Ah, the good old days.
And I loved it. I did, but then I've never touched the series since then. But when it came out, I was going to buy it, but you know, you're just playing too many games and spending too much money on games, so I didn't bother picking it up. But now it's in Game Pass. It's a money saver again, and I'm well happy for Desperados going in. The Yakuza ones, I need to try. I've never played a Yakuza game. I need to try them.
I tried the Yakuza 0. Sorry,
did you like it?
Oh, I need to try them as well. You know?
Yeah, to be fair, I really liked it. So when it first came on Game Pass, I thought, oh, this Japanese thing, I've never really been into them. I'll give it a go. And it's just, for want of a better word, batshit mental.
Yeah.
The story's just, what the bloody hell's going on here?
Is it like Shenmue, in a way?
Sort of, yeah, kind of based on that, but just really, really out there. I mean,
Shenmue with drugs.
Yeah, I mean, there was a man... Because I'd been to a few hostess clubs, because you work there and stuff like that, and do this, that, and the other. A man come running out in his underpants at me, and we had a bit of a conversation. And he just wanted to find the nearest whorehouse. It's like, why is he in his underpants? just really random stuff like that. And yeah,
sounds like my type of game.
Do you know what? I think you'd like it. It can be a bit samey, a little bit boring, and a bit annoying at times. If you push through, you do get some really solid gold moments where you're absolutely laughing about it.
Yeah, VJ keeps telling me to play him. Keeps pestering me to play. Keeps pestering all the time. He keeps saying, "Oh, this one's in Game Pass. This one's in Game Pass." And then I mentioned the reason why I wanted this topic was for VJ for the Yakuza. I can't get my words out. For the Yakuza games, because he loves them so much. I believe he hasn't played the latest one. Is it the Dragon?
Like a dragon.
That's right. No, he hasn't.
That surprises me. He talks about that a lot because he reckons, he says that Game Pass should be getting this game in, and I think in the next few months that will.
I think. Yeah, he's holding off because he's trying to get through the Game Pass games So he I think it's one of those things. He knows he's going to enjoy it, so he's kind of leaving it till a lull, so that he can actually, really go in and enjoy it thoroughly without, any big hitters or other games kind of occupying his thoughts at that particular time.
Yeah, because I was talking to him last night, and I said to him soon, VJ, I said, you could be one of these gamers that go, Game Pass ain't got no games. I've completed them all. He's going that quick.
He does get through them.
He completed Call of the Sea yesterday. When I was talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I have challenged him to do Hollow Knight though, and he says he needs to get back into that and start it again. But he won't rush through that.
Well, I'm watching the trailer for Desperado 3. It's an Old West. It looks like a story shooter. It actually looks really cool. I like Old West stories. I think that's why Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of my favorite games ever.
There was a game on Game Pass a while ago. I can't remember what the name was. It was a Japanese one. You could switch between 4 players.
Really?
It's like Desperados, the same sort of gameplay.
I'm looking at Desperado. It's a top-down.
Yeah.
It's a top-down game.
That would be Shadow Tactics.
That's the one. I'm tempted to buy that again because I was really enjoying that. I've
actually got that, and I bought it for about £5. It was on Amazon.
Wow.
It's very cheap still. It was out. Blimey! It was out probably 2017, 2018. So it's been a while. So yeah, you should be able to get it quite cheap.
I was at the part where I think you have to kill all the 3 generals or something. And there was like you're sitting on this mountain in the middle, and you could jump over between the horse box and to the other side, and there was literally doing like there was more marching around. You had to basically just throw stars at them and then jump and kill them and stuff from off the edge of the cliff.
Yeah,
that's what I was like.
Use boulders to squish them as well and stuff like
that.
Yeah,
you can. Mm-hmm. That's what I done to get the one gem. I took the boulder off the top to crush him.
It's a very fun game, and it's also got a superb story. I actually haven't fully completed it myself, but it is a very good, fun tactical game. It's a tactical game, so it's work your way around, avoiding the being seen, and then taking people stealthily down. But it's isometric, which is actually really good. And you can control, as you said, multiple characters at the same time, so you can actually coordinate. Say you've got 3 or 4, you can actually get 3 or 4 of these characters, target individuals, press a button, and they will automatically take out certain individuals at the same time. So you can do little tips and tricks and like that.
That's kind of like the Dragon Age thing where you had a squad and you could tell them each what you wanted them to do and then go.
Yes, yeah, you can do that, but it's much more of a top-down sort of isometric sort of style, very much like XCOM, if that makes sense, except without the actual pauses and
Is it turn-based?
No, it's all free for. It's you can do. Okay. It's a free for all, but it's similar in terms of where you can. Okay, I can get this person over here. The best I can describe it is like Commandos. Do you remember Commandos?
Oh yeah,
a bit like that, but set in feudal Japan.
Oh nice.
Yeah, Indy, I'll take on that challenge in the chat. He wants to.
No,
the Hollow Knight challenge.
Hollow Knight challenge.
I'm going to turn my Xbox on now and download it. And you never guess what? Look, I'm going to need to get the camera on for this. It's fucking connected. No way.
You know what it is? You're with us. We provide such positivity. It's actually reinforced the connection for you. I heard that.
Nice.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Did you? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've started to play Hollow Knight, and it's one of the most. This is the thing. It's one of the most challenging games you'll play, but obviously it's a game where you've got. I'm not very far in it, and he knows far more than I do, but you've got to learn how to kill certain bosses and what to do in certain areas. And so it's like a Souls-like game, imp-ish, but it's a platformer as well. Probably not described it the best. It's Metrovania.
Indy's
as well.
going to kill you. I can only imagine Indy screaming at the Scream game.
No, it's
Souls-like
not.
game.
No.
Souls-like.
No, I've actually asked him, and he has agreed. It is like that, but it's also like a Metrovania style game where you go and explore as well. You go running around, and you can find all sorts. You can. But yes, the Indie Gamer Challenge, people. That's what we're calling it now.
I will endeavour to give it a go.
I've just downloaded it.
Yeah, there we go. He says it's a Metrovania Souls-like game.
There you go. That's what you should do. You could shove that on the old Twitter.
Yeah, but it's quite a feat to complete it, though. So if you do complete it, you're pretty hardcore, to be fair, from what I understand. You know, there's a reason Hollow Knight must be a big game because they don't do interviews. They've got a PR guy now who does interviews, but the developers don't do any. They've got a YouTube channel. They've got 125,000 subs. And then their latest game, the latest trailer for their new game, Hollow Knight Silk Song, has 2.5 million views. Now, that's an indie game. So not many indie games get that much traction. So there's something about Hollow Knight that people love and enjoy. So obviously
It's on the Switch as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's where I've seen it on there.
Yeah, I think it is.
If you complete the Indie Gamer Challenge and complete Hollow Knight, you get Indie Gamers respect.
Well, I'm going to earn it. That's my challenge.
Indie, clip it.
How long is the game?
What?
Are we not talking about 30, 40 hours, are we?
I don't know.
I don't like that laugh.
But I know Indy, obviously, he took his time and he took the game in and he explored every little nook and cranny of the game. And Indy took in about 100 hours. But that doesn't mean it's going to take you 100 hours. That's because he wanted to explore every last drop of the game, all over. You know what I mean? I don't actually know how long it takes you to. It's based on how long it takes you to complete the game. Is that probably for indie game? It's probably a hard game to say a time. It depends on your skill base because you've got to learn the skills.
It took me 300 hours then.
Yeah,
if there's puzzles, it will.
Is it easy in all way?
By the way, Desperado 3 drops on the pass in an hour.
Oh wow! I'd play that after the show if I could.
Oh, speaking of games that have just come out, has anybody got Hitman 3 today?
Nope, not yet.
Have you?
So bad at the Hitman.
No,
game.
I was just wondering.
I own number 1 and 2, but again, another game I get to complete.
Yeah.
Is it episodic again?
Indy's trying to teach me not to give up the games, and he's getting there.
I think it's a full game, this one.
Excellent.
2 was about full, wasn't it? I think.
I liked the last two. They were all right. They were.
I can't do them. I can't be that stealthy all the time. I need to go in,
Yeah, that's what I struggle with doing it. Also, Hollow Knight, and he said you could do it in about 25 to 30 hours. You could.
That's not bad. I'm sick of doing games that are 40 plus hours. If you know what I mean. The problem is I lose interest in the game sometimes when it's too long. It's like I haven't touched Cyberpunk for about 2 weeks.
I've got to get back on that. I haven't completed it yet. I haven't, but yeah, I did notice that comment, Infinite, in chat. Yeah. Gears 5 sucks, but it's in Game Pass. Yeah. I do have thoughts on that at launch about Game Pass. Big thoughts you lot wouldn't like, or about Game Pass and the connection to Gears 5. I actually blamed it for all the $1,000 worth of deals of skins, etc., that was available in the store that you couldn't earn, and I blame that all on it being free in Game Pass. Truly, I believe that was the problem. Then I found out it was a man called Rob Ferguson. I tell you, the studio's got very. Rob Ferguson done well in building the studio, doing Gears 4, Gears 5, but I do believe that he was holding the studio back and the game back because certain developers reach a time when they've had enough and they want to move on. And I think that's kind of what it might have been. He had enough, so he moved on to. He works at Blizzard now. He does.
Oh, I was going to say, you were talking about game being too long. I want a game to be at least 20 hours. Anything less than that, I don't feel like I got my money's worth. You know,
My ideal length for a game is something like Uncharted 4. That took me about 16 hours, something like that. Or like Tomb Raider, stuff like that. Around the 20 mark. I think that's perfect for me.
Yeah.
I got to say, hats off to Assassin Looper in chat. 130 hours in Phoenix Rising and 180 hours in Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Wow.
I haven't even tried Valhalla yet.
Some of those games, I do like the longer play. I do have, like in Valhalla, I have 70, 80 hours. And some of the other ones, I have over 100 hours. And you don't want to know what I have in Skyrim. But those games are meant to be played all the time. You know, to me, you know, it takes a long time to get through them. And that's what I like about them. They're fully developed stories. I mean, and Red Dead Redemption 2 is another one that to do everything takes a long time, but it's that well done. You
So
know.
I struggled with Red Dead. I did. I completed the first one. It's the second one. I think I was about 15 hours in. Then I started it again. I got to about 36 hours in. I think that's what it was roughly. And I've not gone back to it again.
Have you completed the storyline? Have you at least completed the main story? Really? Because the main story is really cool, dude. You need to finish that.
I can't even remember where I was last.
And with Tushi, to be fair, I did something very similar, but I've stopped right at the end because I want to do some of the hunting missions first. I know you can go back to it and stuff, but I like to go like the last few missions with all the best guns and all the best outfit, and so I've stopped playing that at around 100 and something hours, I think.
It can be hard to go back to a game like that because you go back to it and you don't remember where you left off.
Yeah.
Okay, what was I doing?
That can be the problem. Sometimes you... Oh, wait a minute. Oh. The remote helicopter's back.
Is it?
Yeah,
wait, I think that's
or is he twerking? Is he twerking?
Yeah.
Is he twerking?
Just want to say to Indy, hope everything works out and your family has a speedy recovery. I heard the news, and also I did see in the chat to Assassin Looper, hopefully speedy recovery as well. It's a terrible thing to have, and I wish all the best for you and Indy's family.
Yeah, seconded.
Mm-hmm.
There's loads of chat on gaming in the chat. It's all good. Midweek gaming. This one, it wasn't in the list of topics because I didn't have many. But basically, I found an article about a technology that the beloved and cherished Electronic Arts have made. Electronic Arts patent application could use live player data to train AI entities. For years, one of the biggest complaints surrounding video games has been the unrealistic AI featured in a number of popular games, as developers struggle to find the perfect balance between enemies hard enough to challenge the player, but lenient enough that they don't steamroll them. It's a difficult balancing act, but one EA might be attempting to solve with a new patent, or pattern, however you say it, that suggests it could integrate state-of-the-art technology to create a more lifelike AI. The patent is described as training for machine learning of AI-controlled virtual entities, with the crux supposedly surrounding AI learning from data gathered from real player data. How EA's tech will do that is by allegedly detecting when a particular gameplay situation occurs during the player's video game experience and registering exactly how the player reacts. In turn, this will be used to train a rule set based on your game state data. What do you guys reckon to that?
Just drivertising Forza, isn't it? Better drivertising, because that's what Forza tried, isn't it? When you do so many races, well, it learned how you behaved and it balanced the AI accordingly. If
And all I can say,
motorsport ones.
some of the people that are my friends list on Xbox, they drive like twats.
Yeah, the driver tars, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure Indie Gamer does not play Forza, but because he's on my game list, I see him burning past me, no end. Yeah, driver tars. I see him burning past me. I was like, I don't know if Indy plays Forza, you know.
Well, it's based on your friends' list. It's not based on their actual playing the game.
I know it is. I know.
Yeah, Tushy's driver is always trying to run me off the road. I'm beginning to take it real personal.
Well, in that case, actually, that isn't actually IAI. That is actually Tushy.
Yeah, that will be Tushy.
But the driver tired information is actually uploaded and it's implemented into the multiplayer, isn't it?
Yeah, Indie Gamer does play Forza. Actually, yes, I do remember. You, I think the latest thing you done for Forza was you done the Fortune Island DLC. I think the last one you done.
That's
the one. That's the one. I do remember it. You see,
it's nice DLC. That is.
I don't own it, but I'm starting to play Forza a bit more. It's a bit hard. I find Wreckfest easier than Forza. But I have a love. I'm still going through because Wreckfest. Supposed to be doing a review on this, you know.
Yeah, I can't get past the first. I can't get past the first section of Wreckfest. Some of those races are hard.
I can, but the problem is I have this love-hate relationship with the game because you can win a game and some bastard comes up and knocks you out and you're fucked. You know.
Yeah, it's right, isn't it?
But no, I'm not in the actual game. The campaign, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I was on about this race where he was leading the race, and you have to do like a figure of eight cross each other, and he was ahead of me, and he was halfway around the loop at the end on the track death loop, and I just slowed down and was waiting, and when he come around the corner, he was on like 5% health. He's literally on his last legs, and I just stopped there, and he just drove straight into the side of me, and I just went around the track and comfort. I won the race then.
I need to go AFK for a few minutes. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. But no, do you not have any more thoughts on this technology? I mean, I heard Dark Souls has. I've never played it. I heard that has got some AI tech in it that learns your movement to counteract you and beat your ass. You know, I've heard that uses that kind of technology. Not exactly the same, but it learns your movements, so it knows how to counter what you're about to throw at it.
Didn't they use that in the football games like FIFA and stuff? I don't play it, but I swear they used something that came out where they try and learn from your gameplay. I might be wrong.
Yeah, beat your ass. I don't know why I just said that. Beat your ass. I don't know. Because I listen to so many American podcasts, I'm starting to come out with stuff I wouldn't normally say in like real lot. Like in real conversations on podcasts. Like,
when you start saying yo,
I won't be saying that. Yo.
You will.
So when you start saying yo, we'll know you've been literally. That's it. You have
because I
Americanized fully.
See, I thought yo meant yo, what's up? Now apparently yo actually means you.
All.
You are all. You are all.
Yep.
And they say yo, how y'all doing? You know.
I ain't got a clue.
It's
when
Dragon Wolf says.
What's he saying? Oh, y'all. That means you all, yeah.
Yeah. Why have you looked it up?
No, it's what Indy's put in the chat, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo is so different. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
We'll have to just give you a test every day and see if you can say anti or anti. Do that every day.
Well, no. The best way just do it is aluminium.
Ah, is it aluminium? The Americans call it
aluminum. Yeah,
aluminum.
Yeah, because Centurion said to me, he says, "Can you say aluminium? What do you mean?" I don't understand. I said, "What's aluminium? I've never heard of it." So he spoke it. He gave me it. Oh, you mean aluminium? Yeah. Say aluminum. I said, but it's not aluminum. It's aluminium. Oh, I love the way you guys say it. It's like,
Anyway.
Anyway.
AI learning, it's one of these things that, if done correctly, can enhance a game. If done, for me, it's the collection of data. As long as it's data that we allow, and it is just data that is, maybe learning your path or maybe you're learning your techniques. I'm happy with that. As long as it's not, what EA is like. As long as it's not adding things in there that we don't know about. That's my little concern.
The problem is, it's like, how many of you have actually read the 2,000-page document they make you agree to when you play a game?
No one does.
So all they will do, if they want to do this or whatever, is update the agreement and make you press agree again.
Oh, exactly. It's the same thing that's happened to YouTube.
I don't agree, it don't work. But yeah, as long as it's only looking at how you're playing the game, it's fair enough. Because that'd be the. But
this is where. Go on.
If look, he said it's using machine learning, because obviously the machine learning on the Xbox is hardware based. Does that mean it's going to offload some of this work from the CPU to the ML chip then?
Oh, don't ask me. I said more.
I thought it was.
You know what I mean?
If it not necessarily, no. That will be still. That will be on a game by game basis. So I don't necessarily.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I didn't mean all. I mean, I just wondered
what I'm saying
if
is
not quoting Phil Spencer.
Yeah, it will probably be. One of these things. Will it run better on the system? Maybe if that element of it is no longer in use. So it's like, I don't know, say like a game's gone from 4K and it's now you going down to 1080. That's probably taking a little bit of stress off. Will this AI learning take some stress off the system? Maybe, but probably not enough for anyone to notice, or they'll utilize that stress elsewhere in terms of maybe frame rate or graphics or ray tracing. They'll use it'll be more of a power management or system management.
Because machine learning can be used for variable different things, can't it? It's not just for it's not for just resolution bumps and stuff. And
because you remember the old the Crackdown 3, they said all the power was going from the cloud, and I'm always a big defender of that because the plan was going through. Then the beloved Epic Games bought the engine for it. Yeah, they bought the company. The company building all the cloud tech for this destroying the world. In the multiplayer. Yeah, EA Epic Games decided to acquire the company and the technology, so they had to rebuild that game that part of the game from the ground up.
I mean, we can see the cloud systems themselves they're going to be becoming more and more utilized. Everything at this stage is going to become wireless or internet orientated or cloud orientated as time goes on. So I can't see, it is going to happen. It's going to be one of the things that it's dependent on the developers how much they wish to use. How much they wish to utilize it for, and for what elements they're going to use it for. Are they going to maybe, use it for software? Are they going to use it in terms of like the graphical fidelities? Are they going to use it for the AI learning? It all depends on where they feel it's best placed. Is it going to continue and improve over time? I would say so. It's one of those things. We're kind of at the early stages still, and so we don't know really what's going to happen.
That'd be true.
It's too early, isn't it?
Titanfall 1 was a good example of how to use the cloud, because that game was run on Azure's dedicated servers. Apparently, that's how you say it, Microsoft. Azure dedicated servers, and a lot of the game was offloaded onto the cloud. With that, you use AI.
All the bots were ran off.
They were.
You were in it off the cloud. Yeah.
Credit for it, but Titanfall 2 was offered it. They offered EA it. and apparently he said no because it wouldn't be fair to the PlayStation gamers. But I think they were offering. They can actually them servers can be used on PlayStations as well. We all know that. They could have used it, but EA said no because obviously you don't like to spend money, do they, or whatever? You know.
Yeah, because they done the same thing on CFE, isn't it? Because the C's done off. It's done off the cloud, isn't it? All the calculations for the C and stuff. Yeah, it's all done on the cloud.
Oh, fair enough. Yo, how y'all doing? Fastback, yo, how y'all doing? Texas people love saying yo when they said yo.
Well, that's Cerebral Paul. When he comes back, he's from Texas.
Is he? I didn't know that. Yo, gonna get Cerebral to do a proper how you doing? How y'all doing?
You should do like a yo, but like a Battletoads version.
Yo! That was terrible.
Please don't.
I'm just waiting for
the Americans to go. We want the British version.
But Fastback just put kiss my ass. Right then, we're gonna have a little debate here because this was Mr. Tushi. Don't blame me.
I'm sorry.
A little conversation, and this is Dream World, whatever. In an ideal world, what game would you like to be in exclusive in the future? Making these games up, bringing old IPs up, anything you want. Games that might never happen. But Mr. Tushi was firing away in the chat with ideas on that. So I'll let Mr. Tushi lead with this one. It was his
Not
idea.
again.
Well,
the one IP I'd absolutely love to have. I'd love to have something regarding RoboCop again. The old classic RoboCop, not the new one. Something like I'd love to have like an open world RPG or something in like over Detroit sort of thing. Because they done it on PC in the late 90s, I think it was, or early 2000s. But the game was a bit of a flop because it looked awful. Because you could actually drive around the city and stuff in your car and everything. But I don't know if you can remember, it was awful. But back in the day, obviously, when these films were out and stuff years ago, you couldn't really make brilliant games for them. To what games could be done today? There's still good games, but if you know what I mean.
I don't know. I think Ghostbusters for the Spectrum 128K was a very good game, which tied very well into the actual the original Ghostbusters film. It did really well.
For example, like RoboCop versus Terminator. Remember that one on the Mega Drive / Genesis?
I know what you didn't play because you wouldn't be saying this if you played it. RoboCod.
That's a bloody Irish fish, isn't it?
James Bond.
Yes. No,
RoboCod. Yeah,
RoboCod,
James Bond. Yeah.
Yes, I remember them.
Well, I think, to be fair, the days of remaking Dizzy the Egg are out. So,
never say never.
Yeah, that was my. That was probably my.
Look at Pac-Man and Tetris. Never say never.
I know that was my thing too. Growing up, Dizzy, I loved it.
So I've always wanted a new Terminator game, but that Terminator Resistance, I absolutely love that game. That's probably one of my highest. It's in my top 5 for 2019 that I played. And I remember some people saying it's a bit boring, it's a bit slow, but I actually really enjoyed it. It's very stealthy, should we say?
And they're doing the next gen upgrades for that.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh, after my must play it again.
I should actually linked you into because they're actually doing a collector's. I think it's a collector's edition. The only irony is they're doing it for the PS5 collector's edition as a physical element for it. But I think they're also going to be doing a update or an upgrade or next gen version for the Xbox as well.
Because that game ran really well. It ran quite smooth. The only times I had issues because the game got really like battle heavy near the end. Because like when you had like say 6 T100s coming at you with bloody laser guns shooting, and you had that fucking airplane flying around, spaceships whizzing around shooting everything, and you had that massive, I can't remember the name of it now, is it a T-80 or something, that massive like giant mecha Terminator thing. It was shooting rockets, and it was like a crazy fight going on, but I had really bad frame drops there. And I think it was the last mission as well. I think I had a few issues, but apart from that, the game ran really well until those bits. But I'll have to play it again if they're going to upgrade it, though.
Yeah, they are. They have mentioned that. So I don't know when it is, but they have. I think you'll have to go quick look on Twitter. But I think the people who are dealing with they were touting off a roadmap for doing that, which is a good idea. I think they're actually going to add in a DLC as well. Not 100% sure, but I think there is a DLC. I could be wrong here. One of these things I saw it about a month ago, so I think it was just. I think I tried to take you into it.
Welcome, Daft Practice. How y'all doing? Sorry. How are you doing?
How are you doing? I was just thinking, then, if I could bring back anything and I couldn't think.
I'm checking the store.
It's difficult. It's difficult to think of something new, but I would like a proper reimagined Road Rash.
Oh, I love that game. Yes, knock them off.
Well, saying that they actually did do some games.
Road. I brought it. It was terrible.
Mega Drive.
It
was on the Xbox One.
Yeah, I got told about it, but because I heard it was terrible, I didn't buy it.
The controls were awful on it.
But yeah, a proper decent Road Rash. I'd be happy. I'd be really happy.
Similar along the veins of like Forza 4.
Yeah.
That sort of graphics, maybe first person.
Oh yeah.
Well, you couldn't do first person as such because you wouldn't be able to use the weapons properly.
Oh, you would be able to. You could slow down slightly time, and as you're about to hit someone.
Well, that's an idea.
I think the last best
build up a special or something.
Yeah, see, because let's face it, you only kind of really bashed each other when you had, you get too much. Or as you said, you've got weapons and stuff like that. A chain, you could throw out someone's tires, or you could call in, some pitfalls.
Indeed.
With Road Rash. Sorry, so I had it on I remember I had it on the Mega Drive, and I remember I think was it the PS1 it came out on? It might have been the PS1 or PC. And I remember it looked like, but I think it's called Road Rash 3 or something, or I can't remember. But it looked like it was realistic. But when I've looked back now, because I remember looking like last year, I think it was, and it looked awful now, but it looked realistic back in the day.
Is that the one where you could go in and you like go into a bar thing and schmooze with people? Was that one?
I can't remember. But I enjoyed the Road Rash 64, but the graphics were awful on it. You remember the tires on them? They're like bloody square, weren't they? Like out of Virtua Race from the Mega Drive.
I have looked back into it in my recent history, yes. And I'd look at the gameplay and you think, oh my word, did I really play that?
It had good music to it, though. I remember that one.
It did. Dragon Wolf in the chat says he's still demanding a Riddick Butcher Bay remake or remaster.
You hear a lot about the Riddick, A lot of people request that, didn't they? No, I never played it.
Oh, it was good.
No, it was.
I've never heard of it.
Digital Foundry did a recent
your favourites
video, in fact. Yeah.
What on a new game, or just did they like it? Like an old?
No, I think it was. I think sometimes they do a retro video as well, and I think they were playing that, and I think something had come out. They're just testing it on I think they're testing the frame rate and graphics card, and whether or not they could try and showcase it off at a higher frame rate versus original frame rate. They sometimes do that in terms of retro games, and it's only about probably I say a couple of weeks ago. They did a video on it, so check them out on that one.
Fair enough. Looper, I want a Mario Kart type game on the Xbox now.
Yes.
But I do believe there is a kart racer on the Xbox. It was a big free-to-play game that came out, and there was an esports, and I don't think it did too well, or it's not came out. It was
It's not out yet.
It was only a demo.
Do you know what I'm on about? Do you know what I'm on about?
It was shown at
Kart
E3
Rider Drift.
2019.
Wasn't
It was shown at E3 coming to Xbox first.
Kart Rider Drift.
That's probably it. Probably not the same as Mario Kart, but that's the closest.
I got into the closed beta.
Was it any good?
That was impossible.
Really?
Yeah, it was really hard. The reason it's so big in, I think, Korea and Japan is that people can drift the entire map. So even on the straights, they're drifting, and the longer you drift, the more boost you've got. So these esports players drift the entire track. It was just.
What's he doing? What's that? Hollow Knight? No.
He's got Hollow Knight on.
No.
Indie Gamer wants to see you playing Hollow Knight.
What remains of Edie Finch?
Well done.
I've already completed it.
Good.
On the same.
Go on.
On the same thesis of Mario Kart, people were going back. What series would they like to bring back or reimagine? If you're old enough, and I'm probably one of the oldest now, if you remember BC Racers on the Sega Genesis and the 32X, and that was the Sega's version of Mario Kart, where it was set with a variety of races, all set in prehistoric times. If you don't know what it is, I do recommend trying to have a quick look on it. And it was also cartoon based as well, so it is almost very similar. A similar sort of gameplay and series that was set around. It was all like a cartoon art style, but it was set in in dinosaur period. It even had Chuck Rock in it, so that should give you an idea. Do you remembers Chuck Rock?
I remember Chuck Rock being in a racing game. Yes, I'm thinking
BC Racers.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
I actually got it, and I tell you what, it was a fantastic game, absolutely brilliant game for its time. I actually had it on the Sega Mega CD, in fact, and it is that would be a fantastic series to bring back if they could keep the art style, the cartoon graphics, the tracks, all the different characters, all the hand-drawn style. I think it would do exceptionally well in today's modern.
Indie Gamer remembers it.
BC Racers was a really fun title, a very underrated but very fun title. And secondly to that, I would probably say Tenchu. Tenchu for me is one of my favourites, and I'd like that to come back. I don't care which platform.
Ninja.
Ninja. That's right. Yep.
My memory on it's very bad, but I did play it.
It was also one of the very first stealth titles that allowed you to create your own maps.
Really?
And you would actually save it to your little card, and you could create your own maps. This is one of the very original first on console, not PC, on console video level editors, which then you could save, and pass along to other people. You'd have to download it to your memory card, but you could then take it around to other people who own the game, and they could play the map with the enemies on it as well.
That's pretty unique when you think about it. Back then, you know.
No, it was a PlayStation. What was it? Tenchu was on the PlayStation 2. So it was. I think it was either. It wasn't. It may not been Tenchu. Maybe Tenchu 2. They did that. I could be wrong. It was definitely one of the very first Tenchus that was allowed you to do map creation, which was unknown for console at the time.
Oh, no, you are right. I mean, that would be a very interesting game to bring back or have all made. But we're getting through some good. I knew it would come up. We're getting through some good ones. I knew it would come up in the chat, and I'm just waiting for it. Dragon Wolf said it. I'm going to say it how the Americans say it. Ninja Gaiden.
I never played one.
They always bring Ninja Gaiden.
No, they're bad. But a lot of Americans, they say Gaiden.
I'm going to do my chat.
They're going to argue now about the way I said it.
Gaiden.
It is Ninja Gaiden, but I've heard people say, some Americans say Ninja Gaiden too. I never played it. Have any of you guys ever played it?
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
nope.
if you it was on Xbox Gold, wasn't it?
Oh,
Recently.
Really? I'll have a look now. Wait a minute.
I don't know if it was this month or I know there was a Ninja. I'm sure it was a game for gold. Free game. I can't remember if it was this month or a couple of months previously.
I'll unplug my microphone.
But I'm sure it could have been. I don't know if it was this month.
Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. India's going Gaiden. So yeah, it is Gaiden. Yeah, everyone's disagreeing with me. I've heard someone saying it like that. Not everyone, probably. Then.
Yeah, I played it. It was a very difficult game, wasn't it?
It was. Yep.
The early ones were.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think
Well,
was it on the original Xbox? I think it was.
Yes,
it was pre-360. I'm sure it was.
But I think if I remember correctly, it was definitely. I'm pretty sure it was a Games for Gold either sometime last year. I know it was a free, here you go game.
Fair enough. There's a game coming to Game Pass called Cyber Shadow on the 26th this month, and it's very much inspired by however you say it, Ninja Gaiden, Gaiden, whatever. Indie Gamers just said. So I can't.
I never downloaded that Ninja Gaiden.
If it was a game with gold, I'll have it. I get every single one, even if I'm
I
to play it.
I usually just I've got 120 games in my games with gold folder, and it's not in here.
Welcome. That's infinite with the Retro Renegades account, I reckon. That's infinite. Welcome. Because Jay's channel's not called the graphic. Jay's channel's called the graphic god.
Retro Renegades is Jago.
Ah.
Yes, Jago.
There was a bit of on YouTube, he's still Jago Coogan. On Twitter, he's Retro Renegades. I believe that is infinite.
No.
Right.
Jago.
There you go.
He's just put that it is.
No. Say who you are. Come on. Say who you are. That's not Jago.
Bob.
No, it's not.
The IT guy.
Say who you are.
Infinite.
Guys are confusing me.
Told you. Because the reason I know this is because on the website Minds, Retro Renegades is on there, and that is infinite. It's on Twitter. That is Jago. Everywhere else, if you see him pop up, it's infinite. He's making accounts everywhere with Retro Renegades in.
Good.
And there's the wait a minute. But I don't know now. Now the man Jago's just appeared.
They're playing your mind here.
They are playing my mind. Who is it really?
Jago turn up now.
Jago just turns up at that very instant.
Welcome,
Jago. He's on his phone app, he's flicking between accounts. No, I reckon that's infinite. Welcome, Jago.
We're just talking about you.
Yeah, we were, because on Twitter, we will be everywhere, including under your bed.
Just make sure you clean up afterwards. Anyone else? Anyone else with a IP you'd like to see come back or reimagined?
I did see in the chat a lot of people said they would like to see a kart racer exclusive to Xbox, but one where you could just play all your favourite exclusive characters in. That'd be pretty cool. Marcus Phoenix could race a Master Chief.
I did ask for one because I'd love to have one for a community game night. Because I was going to add what's his name, Crash Bandicoot, that Nitro Racing one. But the problem is for people who haven't got it, it's 35 quid just to play for one night. So it just doesn't feel.
What are you after? You after a racing game that?
Yeah, like a Mario Kart, Crash Bandicoot sort of thing. Even that SpongeBob one, the Nickelodeon one.
Well, I own that. Got it from my son. So if you ever play that, I can download. I can move it over.
Isn't there a Sonic one?
Yeah,
Sonic All-Star Racing. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's £60. No, it's £60 on the Xbox store.
Wow.
It is.
Have a quick look. There is a game called Grip. Now that isn't a kart game, but that is a racing game.
It goes too fast for my eye.
Okay. So those who might think I say it is actually made by the actual original developers of Roll Cage for the PlayStation. If everyone remembers that.
I didn't like that Grip, and that Trackmania. I didn't like that one either.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Thanks for the subscription, Retro Renegades. I noticed my subscription's just gone up to 316 now. Thanks for that.
Ooh.
Cerebral. Apparently, one of the things we was discussing was
Americans,
or particularly Texans, love the word "y'all."
Y'all,
and
y'all.
we was going to say, it was the way how you say it, and is it the first thing you say when you wake up in the morning?
The first thing I say when I wake up in the morning is, "Oh shit, not again!" But but yeah, I do tend to use y'all when I'm talking to all y'all people. I can, all y'all is y'all plus one. So.
See, yeah,
I was going to say about a cat game. If EA do buy Codemasters, we've got Onrush. We'll be all fine.
Ooh,
nice.
That'll be good for your community game night. Onrush, won't it?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I've never played Onrush. I don't even know what it is. I've seen it, but
it's pretty good. It's pretty high octane. It's fun though. So yeah.
Burnout Paradise City.
Oh yeah, I've got that one.
The one I want back is Burnout Revenge. And if you give me Burnout Revenge, I will be happy.
Oh, I'll tell you one. Franchise I'd love to have back. Was Driver. It was on the PlayStation, but it was on.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It was on. I don't know if it was on the Xbox OG or the Xbox 360, but you had Driver 3. And that was like GTA. It was brilliant. That was.
Yeah. They also had the very first action cam as well, which would allow you to do, like the old typical 70s. You could create a video of yourself driving, and look at all the amazing little wheel shots and bonnet shots. It was something based on it was on the original Driver, wasn't it? You could actually do a little video camera or a little video editing software had in it. I'm sure it's an action cam thing you could do.
Because you had collectible cars, you had to find the hidden cars and stuff, didn't you, in that game?
That's true.
Remember correctly?
Yeah. Yep, it is very much like it. It was very much an early GTA.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I only ever played Driver 1. I didn't realise Driver 3 even existed. Or Driver 2.
I just had a message off Timmy. Right? He's put. Oh no, he's our Sea of Thieves friend and gaming friend at night. He's sent me 2 messages. How about a Rambo game? Asking if I want.
Oh God.
Ooh, imagine like an action third-person game like that. That'd be good.
I think actually there is something in the works.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure there was. It was I don't know, to be honest with you. It's one of those things that was. They did a really recently, about 2 or 3 years ago. They did a really bad on the rails Rambo shooter game, which it was unanimously hated. for its gameplay. But I'm sure I did hear rumors. It's one of these things. I go through so many different podcasts, so many different shows and stuff. Retaining some of this information is a little bit hard for me. And I'm sure I heard that they were saying that there is a Rambo game based on the original film in the works somewhere. And it's one of these things. I don't know if it's hearsay. It probably is, but I'm sure I heard that it was something was in the works for the original game.
My question for Rambo is, how much of a draw is it? I mean, because it's either Cambodia or Vietnam, and we really haven't seen that many games come out of that era, that time, which is where the movies,
He's also he sent another one. He's all about the Getaway. That was good. That was, wasn't it? That was based in GTA in London, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think.
Was it PS2?
Oh,
I think it was, wasn't it?
You're on about the one where it was top down. You could just see the tops of the cars.
No, this was actually 3D. Set in London town itself. It was a bit on the rails, really, but it was not bad. And it had, actually, from a cricket, didn't it have a famous voice actor in it? Didn't it have what's his name in it? Who did the Walker's Crisps?
Michael Barrymore.
No, that would be Swim. No, not Walker's Crisps. It's Man Crisps. What's his name? Oh, he did Layer Cake. Was it Layer Cake? And he also did Sweeney and
Walker's Crisps. That was
yeah, you're right, Gary Lineker. No, he was. Oh my god!
The only one I know Layer Cake is Daniel Craig.
Gary Lineker's made an entire career out of crisps. You know what I mean?
Oh god! Well, he did football first.
Career after.
Ray Winston
that's it. Ray Winston. Yeah, I'm sure he did the voice for one of the voices in The Getaway, and I'm sure there was also a gangster, an actual real life gangster, who obviously chose his ways, was also voiced in it. I can't think of his name now. He's bald and he had gold knuckles. Oh Christ! It's one of the things I used to know a lot about the British gangsters and who was who at the time.
McCoy's Crisps.
McCoy's, yes, yeah, McCoy's Crisps.
It was.
But I'm pretty sure there's a couple of gangsters that also did the voice work in The Getaway to try and give it some authenticity. A lot of East London accents. But unfortunately, it didn't do well, because it did have a few issues in terms of its drivability. It was a bit on the rails driving.
Speaking of London accents, have you heard the accents in Watch Dogs Legion?
I haven't got onto it yet. You know this.
Oh my god!
But I suspect it's jolly good show. What? Jolly good show.
From a base producer, Goldie.
It's like my main character. Has he got?
Is it an impression of a Londoner?
My character, the main one I use all the time. She's a female hacker, and she just comes out with some random stuff. Like he goes, oh my, she's just arguing with someone in the street, for example, and you smell like my gooch and my taint. She calls it a taint.
Wow.
He says, "Oh, you make my fanny itch. You do, like you really annoy me and stuff." And it's really funny stuff, but all in a proper Cockney accent. It's really.
That's I suspect this. They did actually get a variety of English actors to do the actual voice work for it, but I think some of the lines were a little bit of Americanized.
It's laid on thick, isn't it?
Yeah, Infinite wants me to talk with an English accent. One of these shows, I'll have to work on that. Yeah.
Hello, chappie.
Tea and crumpets, jolly good show.
Yeah.
What? Aluminum. Aluminium.
Eliza Doolittle before the professor got a hold of her.
Yep.
I just want to mention something earlier that got cleared that Indie Gamer would be laughing because he got it on PC, but there's no plans for Fall Guys to come to any form of Game Pass.
Yeah,
it was leaked, and then Devolver Digital replied to Tom Morgan saying there's no plans currently for it to come to any form of Game Pass.
That's correct.
That doesn't rule out though an Xbox release. That just says Game
No,
Pass.
that's right. Yeah, it says it doesn't. Yeah, and to be fair, I don't think it would benefit them. I think, to be honest with you, for them, it would probably be better to have it as just a standalone game. In fact, I'm trying to think of what other Devolver Digital games is on Game Pass. I don't think there's many.
What, games as a service?
No,
Devolver.
No, games as a games as a service, because I know that there is obviously Carrion on there.
Destiny.
That's not Devolver Digital, is it?
No, he was asking about Devolver Digital's games.
Ah, sorry.
Yeah, I can only think of I think
Katana Zero.
Katana Zero and maybe Carrion.
My friend Pedro. I'm
What's
getting
he
his
like?
offending in the chat, by the way. Carry on.
So there isn't
as well.
Carry on. Up the Kaiser.
Yeah.
I've just had another message of Timmy, and he says, "How about?" He'll be laughing to himself on these listening. He says, "How about?"
As soon as he comes into a party, I've got to give him it.
He says, "How about a
Miami?
He said, "How about a Def Jam game or a True Crime Streets of LA type?"
Now, funny that comes up because last week I'm not caught up with retros this week, but Retro Renegades last week. Yobi was asking the question: if you had a limited budget and all this about, like a big budget for a game, what would you bring back? And someone said Def Jam. That was an awesome game. That was Def Jam.
I never played any of them.
Def Jam was a good fighting game. I liked it. That's a good shout there, Timmy.
Why am I thinking Def Jam's a bloody basketball game?
No, it was an expensive fighting game. Rappers in it. I think it cost them a fortune. Sorry, I think it cost a fortune
I remember that.
make, though. I think it was very expensive to make due to the rappers that are in it. God, there's loads of these games. Downwell, Hotline Miami, Observation. I don't think you should have used that term in Movable. There's loads. Indy's listing them all off. Yeah, there's loads of them in there by the sounds of it.
So we got a button.
They're a publisher, they weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably. If I'm wrong, I'll get.
It's one of those. Again, it's one of these things. It's it would be nice if it was in Game Pass. I think it would open up a lot of people. But
I think it would be more.
If they've said no,
if you put it in Game Pass.
Oh, I've just thought of something. What if they're saying no? It's not coming to Game Pass because they've already done a deal elsewhere.
I mean,
a bit like the controls coming to Game Pass.
They could be saying no because it isn't coming into Game Pass, but you're going to deny it.
Well, no, it's one of these things. It's not coming to Game Pass at this current stage because maybe they've got a year license with a different console or a different platform.
I agree, but companies PR-wise, they're allowed to lie, to throw you off the scent. You know what I mean?
While we're on this one, how big are the lobbies on that game?
Indy? I don't know.
Indy, help!
I don't know.
What I've seen, it look quite big, but that's just obviously on PC.
It looks fun. It looks fun, though.
Looks like there's quite a lot of people in it.
It's died off a bit now. There was major hype around that game, and it all died. It did.
Yeah.
I think, if I remember correctly, isn't Among Us coming through?
60. But how many could we have in a party, though? That's what I'm thinking for the game now.
You could have 60, but you couldn't have 60 in your party chat.
I've got some funny questions about that bloody party chat lately, I've.
Yep.
You need to get your questions lodged to whoever at Microsoft or Xbox you do. Cerebral Paul's the man to help you out. He's an ambassador. He know the correct people in power.
Yep. Yeah.
We were
in a party the other night. Man, it is limited to 16. It starts kicking people after that.
We had 21 a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I know, but I think that was a fluke. Okay, I'm just telling you. Normally, it's 16. Want to argue with me? Bring it. Come on.
Not at all, Paul. Not at all, sir.
Because when we had the Halo night,
It's 72.
150.
when we had the Halo night, I had 21 people in the party chat, but there was only 16 players. There was people queuing, just waiting. One drops out, one was going to jump in. Like, but then ever since. So go on.
Sorry, I think Indy said it's actually 5 you can put in it, but I think in the whole Royale thing, in who's in the match, it's 60 odd. But I think I think that's what he's trying to say.
But back on the lobbies though, lately now I can't get. As soon as I get 16 in there, it comes up. Everyone says, "Oh, it says lobby's full, so they can't join." Which is
five local lobby. Indy said.
Yeah, Lupa just said yes, she did. She was there, and it's going to be a crazy weekend this weekend on Halo as well. Again,
well, it's not because I'm practicing on gears.
Need to get you practicing.
You don't want that doesn't play in your interest. The more I play, the better I get.
To be fair though, can you really? Let's be honest about gears. Professional gears players. Can you actually classify yourself a decent or professional gears player when you haven't completed the first one on Insane?
Oh dear.
I'm not professional.
And there we go. I have been cancelled from the internet.
Where's the removal gone?
I'm here.
Left the building.
I'm not a professional anything player. I'm bad at all. Except maybe golf.
I actually confirmed it because he told me he completed on the same mode. So I went on his gamer tag, compared the games, and yes, in fact, everyone, he has completed the original Gears 1 on Insane mode. Well done for that, because Gears 1 original is actually harder than the remastered.
The last boss, without a doubt, is the most annoying, arduous task. Yeah, it is. It is hell on earth to do the last boss. Now, maybe there's probably videos out there of how to do it quickly, in some cases, or glitch it out. But to do it without a glitch, dear God.
Welcome,
Jesus.
Steel Rain. Thanks for stopping by, mate.
Hey, Steel.
Dragon Wolf, he plays all Gears on Insane. You know what?
It's a hardcore gamer in the building. Steel Rain.
He'll kick your ass.
He will kick.
Yeah, I watched him play yesterday on his podcast a little bit.
Steel Rain, have you completed Gears 1 on Insane mode? Removal Sanity was asking. The original, not the Ultimate Edition.
See, I can cope with Halo on Legendary, but with Gears, I play it on Intermediate. I think it is that's what I played it on. And I done all right on that, but when I tried it on Insane, and you get the first lot of bosses where you have to go around and you just like strangle that guy, the first one, and then you get that little fight with like 4 or 5 people. I can't even get past that on Insane.
I'm debating doing it because I can't have this. I can't have this.
Well, the question it might be though is you might actually. You will hate it so much you may leave Gears forever. It could be that it might be the game that pushes you over the edge.
I can't get past the opening credits on easy, so it's all right.
Really?
No, I can do, but it's still difficult for me. Some of it.
I'm gonna have to play Judgment one day. I've not played that yet.
Yeah.
Actually, I know I knock it. It's actually a good game. Overrun was a good mode as well. I think that should be implemented in New Gear 6 or something, a different version of it,
Steel Rain has confirmed that he has beaten the original Gears on.
Holy shit.
So
he's insane himself.
A goal for me as well to complete it. Because technically you can get a load of achievements. You can do it on Insane, and then you can do it on the original, and you can go to Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Mr. Sanity. Oh, insane mode. So you could double up your achievements.
Technically, yeah.
There'd be new achievements for it. But I wonder though, if I reckon that wouldn't be as hard.
I think, to be honest with you, yeah, they've tweaked some of the settings, if I remember correctly, because I'm sure it wasn't as hard. I'm sure I played it over at a friend's house, the remaster, the actual the collector's edition. I'm sure it didn't. Well, it didn't feel like it. Maybe at the time it just didn't feel like it.
It gives you all the achievements. Did you do it by yourself or your mate?
Who's that to? Still rain on myself.
No, to you.
No, I did it myself. It was one of these things. A friend of mine was mocking me and saying, well, you're a crap gamer. And so I said, okay, fine. And he said, look, I'll give you a test, how good you are. And that was one of the elements. And if I remember correctly, to kill the last boss took me around 6 hours of me redoing it, dying, redoing it, redoing it. And I literally just thought, I am not going to,
Well,
that's
it now. Pong Soul's now saying he's doing it. I have got to try this.
You know when VJ got his Series X, one of the first games he played was Gears 1.
Oh, well done.
And he'd gone through the whole game, and he got to the last boss, the General Ram.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he's really struggling. He got to the point where Stubbs is on Halo 1. He could not do it. He's driving him insane. So I jumped in with him, and I couldn't remember what to do because it's been that long since I played that game.
You could have looked it up. There's a video. You can do it in about a minute with 2 people.
Yeah, we done it. I was using the sniper. I was the one. He was
2 people is a lot easier. Yeah, it is without a doubt. It's a lot easier to, because whilst you're protecting yourself, the other person could consistently continue to do damage. But individually, dear God, it is a nightmare.
It still took us about 5 attempts to do it though, but we done it in the end.
Welcome,
he was relieved.
Thanks for stopping by, mate. I appreciate it.
They're all
Thanks
in it now.
for the awesome artwork for the Stubbscast. I really appreciate it, and the very nice overlay. Makes the shows look very professional now. It does. People are quite impressed with it. Thank you for that.
I forgot to tell you last week. There's you spelled my name wrong in the banner at the bottom. It said Mr. Tush.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought that was on purpose. I thought that was on purpose.
It was last week. He's coming along now. Hang on. Mr. Tush again. I forgot to tell you about that. I forgot to tell you last week when I seen it.
He thinks you have a nice ass. That's all he's saying.
You've got
a few
cerebral wrong as well.
Yeah.
You missed an hour out of cerebral.
Do you reckon to that?
Mr. Twat.
There's some new people in the chat.
I'll change that. Hello, Caitlin. Welcome. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by.
That's Miss Halo.
That's Matt's wife. Removable.
Yes.
Yep.
Welcome. I'll change that Mr. Twat over.
Caitlin needs to keep the rest of the chat in line. These guys are out of control.
Mr. Twat. I mean, it might be an official new name. I like it.
There you go. Corrected it. Sorry about that. I don't know how.
That's right. Don't worry about it.
So now we'd have Mr. Twat and Kinky Bear.
Indeed.
It was having a fucking drink then.
Sounds like a British rock band, to be honest with you.
Not a very good one.
Oh. So Stubbsy, come on. We've got a bit quiet now. We can't be having this.
Where was we?
Well, there was one topic, and I'm surprised you didn't bring it up.
No,
Edith Finch.
I did ask you. I shoved it in the chat or in the DMs. Did you not look at it?
Yeah, probably. I forget. It's the problem.
This is how I am. This is where the level I am. Anything I say, get forgetting.
Yes, not me to line.
I'm sorry.
And actually,
something? Oh.
exactly, yeah. And to be honest with you, it should actually tie in with Cerebral in terms of the ambassador program, and in general, his opinion would be appreciated. It is accessibility and what future accessibility options would you like on Xbox?
Now I remember.
To have a guy I could call, have him come over and do the crap I can't do, so I can get the gamer score points. No.
But generally, is there stuff out there that you would like to be implemented, or you feel would like to be tweaked, or just in cases in general from the community that you represent, as well as in general? Is there stuff that you believe you'd love to have in there?
The problem is the stuff that would help me play for as far as my hand controls and my dexterity and stuff. Normal people, well, you know what I mean, non-disabled people.
Yep.
would take advantage of those tools. Yeah.
So in that case, then, do you think it would be forcing you into, say, a group where you'd have to play with people like yourself?
Correct.
It almost like segregates you slightly,
or else it'd be the same as like mouse and keyboard versus controller type of situation.
Yeah.
Well, it's not fair because that guy's controller, he just has to push the button one time for rapid fire. We have to rapid fire. So, Well,
to be honest with you, thinking about it, would that actually, I know you could say almost like segregate you from maybe the general public, but would that actually not help amplify those, would it in terms of actually bring a lot more people together with the similar sort of disabilities or disabilities in general, actually where they feel like they might be a little bit outside at the moment? It might actually go, this is a community, so therefore it might help.
Well, let me just say, going into this, Microsoft has led the way in accessibility. Seriously.
Oh, without doubt, yes.
They've taken steps far beyond just the Xbox and the consoles. In everything they've done over the last couple of years, it's been amazing. And the other companies are way behind on a lot of that. Between the special controllers, the adaptive controllers, the different bits and pieces we can get. But yeah, I mean, I think what it would be is people would need to understand that, because even every once in a while we've even seen on the Twitter, they should take out easy mode. There should be no easy mode in any game. Well, then you've shut a good percentage of us off because we need that easy mode just to be able to play. I mean,
to be honest with you, I don't see the point of it. It's options.
When
why reduce options?
Yeah, when I was playing golf with you guys, yes, I was using easy mode, but it's can't blame me or get mad at me for doing something that's a tool that makes it so I can play it.
No, not at all. I think that is it's one of those things. I think unless you're aware of it, and this is why I always like to highlight these things, is that not a defense of some of these players, but out of sight, out of mind often comes into my head. I have friends and family who are also disabled, and it is very much like that. Until it is acutely aware, it's in your face, it is easily to be out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
That's why.
Because of my involvement in the community playtime, whatever the heck it's called, and the ambassadors and such. I've got a few people on my feed that have reached out and said, even on my Twitter yesterday when I posted my little I'm cerebral blah blah blah, that little graphic I posted.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Somebody responded and said, I have cerebral palsy too, and so I'm getting a lot of that. Other people with disabilities are reaching out to me and saying, this is cool that you're here because basically I'm representing a very they're not purposely left out, but they aren't represented very well.
At least they don't feel alone as well.
Yeah.
Well, this is it. This is where I think sometimes these games, I know you would say it might slightly segregate from the normal, the group that they go for, but it might actually help bring a lot more people together.
Well,
where they go on.
A lot of people are like me when I was growing up. I was I couldn't go out and play very much. Couldn't go out and hang out with friends. If I would have had gaming, that opens up a whole new world.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
I just want to say that.
Go on.
I've got. I can't get my words out now. All I got to say is I've got a lot of respect for you though, because even on our community game nights and stuff, some of the people are very competitive gamers, aren't they? And
Yeah.
and you do freaking well on that. Like for example, you kicked me ass a few times on Titanfall. You got me quite a few times on Gears the other night, didn't you? You do really well. It's
Well, I
like
mean,
you
I
said,
get one or two. To me, one or two kills was very well. But yeah, and everybody else was getting 15, 20, 30, you know.
no, you're doing good.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it. Anyway, you do. It's nice to see that you are trying to keep up.
I just try to have fun, but that is why when I do finally get somebody good, I'm like, yes. Kiss my ass.
Exactly. Yeah. So, being in the ambassador program, for those who don't know, I would recommend speaking to Paul directly or following him on Twitter, so you can get an indication of what it means and what it is to them. Can you tell us maybe where Microsoft is heading, and also what you would like to see them progress upon?
I don't know. I have they actually asked me a while back about some stuff that they mostly seem to focus, because I've been in a few of the focus groups, on the deaf, hard of hearing, and the blind, which is fine. But I told them there needs to be a little more focus on those of us with motor control issues, that have controller issues. You know. And thank you, Pong Soul. Don't make me laugh when I'm trying to talk. And they're taking that into account. But like I said, I don't know what they could do without giving everybody else that. Look, I don't want to call it an unfair advantage, because it's not really, but it's an advantage that people could take advantage of. You know?
Well, and maybe what they could do is, I wouldn't say a mode, but if it's a multiplayer thing, they could make it a option for the, a group function, maybe.
And
that
maybe
could
like they do with keyboard players, or
exactly,
and
yes.
give other people the option. Are you willing to play with these people? You know,
yes, exactly.
Knowing that these people may be, using something that in your hands would make you not unstoppable, but in their hands,
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest with you, if that's the group, if the option's there, and even if you are, as you say, you're ably challenged or not ably challenged. For those who are not ably challenged, you could you could bring them in and say, "Do you want to play with those with able, movement challenge or something like that?" And you could actually then put in a buffer to those who aren't.
Yeah.
To make it harder for them. So I'm saying there are options, but if the options aren't there, how will anyone know?
Right.
You kind of need to jump in at the deep end and see what happens because otherwise it's just not going to happen, isn't it?
I can't go into detail, but I know that they're working on some options for some of the Forza games that would make it extremely unfair for me to play you guys at this point. But they're working on it. It's at its early stages and such.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear. Because as you said, they are pushing the boundaries there, which is I think is important.
Anytime I see it brought up, I make sure that people understand that Microsoft is truly leading. I know it sounds like a commercial, but it's what I believe. That they're truly leading the way in this situation.
You can even use the adaptive controller on the Switch, can't you?
I believe so. Yeah.
There was that Phil Spencer tweeted it, didn't he? Retweeted it. There was a disabled girl playing on the Switch with an adaptive controller.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. Yep.
What I've also asked him to do is for flying games or aspects of games like GTA, I'd like to be able to plug in my joystick. I have a flight stick, and even if it's just for those parts, I'd like to be able to fly with a stick instead of trying to use the controller. The whole thing. I haven't played Squadrons on the. I don't have it on my console. I have it on my PC. I don't know if the console recognizes the flight stick, so you can fly with it that way instead of trying to use a controller. Same with when Flight Simulator comes out in a bit. Will I be able to use my flight stick to fly the Flight Simulator on my console?
Yes.
I will
And
be
you
checking
think
that
that'd
on
be
day
quite
one.
easy to? You think that'd be quite easy to update or patch in, wouldn't you?
It's just a matter of in the case of allowing the joystick, it's actually just a matter of they have to flip a switch basically to say let this game use the joystick. Just like some games are allowed to use natively mouse and keyboard.
Mm.
Well, on the Xbox
Well, to be
store,
honest-
they sell the joysticks and stuff, don't they? And the gear controls and stuff.
Yeah.
So surely they work on the Xbox, don't they? On the flight games and stuff.
I'm not sure about that. That's what I'm saying, and it's game to game, I believe.
It is. Some games are development based rather than software based from the developers rather than hardware based.
Right.
For
on.
instance, one of the
Infinite.
game
Do
that
you
we
play with your flight stick all the time? Do you play with it on console? I'm responding to something in chat.
You would have thought it'd be usable on the Xbox because it's on the Xbox store on the Xbox console.
Right,
So
but like I said, it's at the last point I checked, it was very limited on which games would allow you.
You would have thought as well that the like you got the button mapping for any controller. You would have thought you'd be able to map the flight stick, wouldn't you? To
Right, and the flight stick has a few more buttons. At least mine does.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, I'm hoping that will. I'm hoping that they will continue to progress there. And as you said,
I think they are.
I always find the more options I see in any game is going to be better for everybody, and it will just allow more people to play. And as you said, they're doing the best thing at the moment, which is communicating with the community in that regard. So that is also a helpful, listening to people who have those issues and go, by the way, can you help us out in this weekend?
I'm always getting emails from them for surveys and such, and to take part in panels and stuff.
Yeah, you get the odd phone call from Phil going, all right, Paul.
Yeah. And I'm waiting for the day I actually get to go to the campus, and he's like, "Hey, I know you."
That would be really good. Yeah.
I was actually supposed to go to the campus last year for a thing, but it was right before COVID hit, or right after COVID. There goes that trip.
Well, you never know. Let's hope that again. Hopefully, once this has all died down, you get that again. They bring it back, and hopefully, and again, by the sounds of it, they seem to be in a very good communication with you. So
yeah. Well, I mean, no more than anybody. I'm not special in that way. I don't. It's not like I get to talk to Phil personally, or some of the guys I've been in calls with. Not him, but but it's not a matter of it doesn't make me feel special. It just makes me feel a part.
Yes,
I have a voice.
And that's the main thing, I think, to take from Microsoft is if you feel you have a voice, if you feel you're being listened to.
Just like everything, I have nothing against PlayStation. Sony, on the other hand, I don't feel like any of us have a voice with Sony. I hate to say it.
So again, I suppose it's one of these things you'd hope, regardless of platform, that would improve.
Right.
I mean, technically speaking, though, the PC should be leading the way in that regards.
Right. Well, yeah, they're doing a lot of the stuff I get is PC based for their work-oriented platforms and stuff. But a lot of that crosses over into the console as well.
That's good to know.
So
you can't give us any tidbits, is what we're trying to hint at.
No, actually, no. It'll be nothing I can.
The NDA will not allow you to.
Yeah. Anything I do know, like I told one of the community managers once. They had me sign an NDA, and he said, and he's explaining it to me, and I'm like, I've done this before, but I can't really tell you about it.
Stubbs in the chat. Go Force Gaming. Look at the third word in his comment that he's put. Is he from Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you're not finished, I've got some big news to drop. So carry on.
Congratulations, you finishing your takeaway.
No,
he released his bow.
I'm kind of lost for words.
It's Wednesday, so it's not curry, right? Because curry is what, Tuesday or Thursday?
Every night, yeah.
And you've seen what you've seen what happens to me once I've had a curry. I post it on Twitter.
So,
Yeah.
well, when you not finish this topic, I'll drop it in the news.
I think that's a polite way
I think we're
from
done,
Stubbs
yeah.
to say, "Shut up."
Yeah, I know.
Are you ready?
Do you really have to drop one now?
Yeah,
Are you
get the
guys
Febreze
ready
out.
for the news?
Yep.
Yep.
I have been welcomed
Seconded?
to the Gamers United
Hey,
Guild.
Wow.
Kind of lost for words
congratulations.
because it's
Brilliant.
a thing I've always strived for is support and be supported. I
I'm being honest.
never thought I'd get in, because I love that. I like them guys. Lost for words, really. Thanks, everyone.
I just want to say, even like probably nearly a year ago, when I first got to know Stubbs and that, he was talking. Well, not a year ago, probably about half a year ago. He was talking about he'd love to be a part of that. If you remember, no?
I do remember. I'm a bit lost for
proud.
words.
Congratulations.
They've made me cry. Literally. You know what I mean?
They're all a good group of guys, anyway. That's all I can say. Congratulations.
Everybody in that group.
Oh, by the way, I'll have to watch it on my phone later. What came up because my screen crashes when it plays anything faster than the circles moving. I didn't even see it. It's a blank screen.
Is that your Sony phone?
No, it's my HP laptop. It's got. I don't know why. Right, I've got a 680 meg download speed. Right, but the highest download I can get on this laptop is 24 meg. Even if I'm right next to the router.
It's probably the card in the laptop.
Yeah. It's maxed out at 24. I think it's horrible. You can't do anything. You try and stream it if you can't watch anything on YouTube or.
But say your mobile phone can do
horrible.
better than that.
You can't watch anything on YouTube. What the hell, dude?
It's horrible. It just the screen just freezes on it. It's an old knackered laptop, so.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, we know what his next purchase will be.
Yeah.
But again, congratulations, Stubbsy Wubs.
Yeah, I know.
Thank them, NLG guys, Indie Gamer. Just trying to think of the whole crew. Now I'm in. I'm going to go to my phone to get. Honestly, I'm truly lost for words. It is absolutely incredible. Retro Renegades. I never actually thought I'd be in the movement like that. When I first seen it, I supported it, and I never actually thought I'd get in. Because it's the Gamers United Guild have always supported my shows, and I support them as much as I can. Shout outs to TXR guys and everyone in the guild because I've never been this lost for words, and they've actually done it live on the air. So why I went quiet was, and I went and got the video, downloaded it, and uploaded it to StreamYard.
Nice.
So kind of lost. I'm lost for words because. Thank you.
Well, you do realise what that means now, though, Stubbs.
What's that?
You will now have to get that tattooed on your bum cheek. and photographic evidence will be required. It's part and parcel of the group,
The only problem is he's got a Gears tattoo on the left cheek, and on the right cheek he's got Edith Finch. So where's it going to go?
Centre.
The eye of the storm, yes.
Yep. But that is fantastic news. That is fantastic news.
Thanks. Apparently, there's a new version of the video going to be made. There is.
Ooh.
Jay's just said, but yeah. But no, the bugger's done it live on air. I couldn't believe that. I was like, a DM appeared called the Gamers Guild, and then clowns. The first message was clowns. Welcome to the group. You are now part of the Gamers United Guild, and get to hear more about Dazzy's Beans on Toast stories.
You sure you
That
didn't
alone
say
is
you
worth
bloody
the admission
wanker?
price.
But no, I'd like to thank you all that are in the guild. I was obviously voted in. It's not, they have a voting process, and I got voted in. So yeah.
In other words, your check cleared. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah. The delivery of beans on toast to clowns went through. Yeah.
No,
Heinz
Dragon
beans package. Wagon wheels.
that ain't the same kind of loss for words when I was playing Gears crap last Saturday. No, this is special.
Was it because I kept killing you? Oh, let's let everyone know. We have a voting process too. What we do, we post a GIF of the voyage table off Sea of Thieves, where you throw the knife in. We have to put a GIF where you throw a knife to agree on the vote.
It works.
It works. Anyway,
He's
back
gone
to Stubbs.
quiet now. Yeah, I think he's gone a little quiet now.
He's gone a bit Star Trek.
I am. You know, because obviously, as a podcaster, I know people say they like my content, and I'm always. I don't know if it's a thing content creators are like, and you just think people are saying, "Oh, just because they're mates for you," but it's obviously
Imposter syndrome, I think the word is you're looking for.
You know,
well, the thing is though, you work hard, you're consistent, you do content every single week. You're working hard as a team with everyone. You support so many people as well, and they're just giving it you back.
Exactly. You know.
And they've welcomed you in. We're proud of you.
Yeah, thanks. Don't, because I'll cry again. Thanks for all the congratulations in the chat. But like, because I told them in the private chat, I said there's some big news about the job. What is it? Not telling you. Did you when you seen that video? Did any of you lot get the hint? That's what happened or not?
What video?
Well, the T-shirt. Yeah, T-shirt couldn't see it. Yeah.
I played the Game United video.
I kind of had a hint. I had a kind of gut feeling.
I've seen a couple of flashes of some stuff. I saw the Four Guys Reporters popped up on the screen.
Jay,
I didn't see it.
Midweek Gaming is on Spotify, mate. Just search Midweek Gaming, it comes up. I've done that for you.
I thought I was already going to get kicked off the panel. And well, shit, that was quick.
Yeah, it is on Spotify, Jago. I'll link you to it if you want. But yeah, no, that's
on.
Big news, you know.
That's a nice way to tie up the show, to be honest with you.
It is. And on the outro, I'm going to play for you again. Because now, once
Tushi crash again.
Once the new intro gets made, I'm going to, because I'm making some intros, but I will use that now.
Ooh.
Yes, there's also some announcements. This Sunday, 5 p.m. EST, 10 p.m. UK time, and 2 p.m. PST. I'm doing a community spotlight with the main man Pong Soul.
Oh,
yes, I can't wait for that. Also, I've got a Stubbscast account, and I asked people if they'd like.
Oh my god! It's not only fans, is it?
No, the indie gamer. Come on, now he's hit the echelon of 1,000 subs, and now it's just a really top-class podcaster, and everyone with the general consensus was yes. So Sunday, the 31st of this month, The Indie Gamer is coming on the Stubbscast. 10 p.m.
Ooh.
UK,
Amen.
5
Yay.
p.m. EST. And yes, and that'll be a good show. That will be. But yeah,
So-
I think I'll end the show on that because you can tell I'm lost for words, can't you?
Yeah.
You know?
So, Four Guys with Quarters, does it have to be my DNA or can it be for one of my victims? I mean,
Long as they're from down the basement, it's all right.
she puts the lotion on the skin or she gets
Lotion. I prefer it dry.
Midweek Gaming now fills the Wednesday slot for Gamers Guild. Fastbacks
Ooh.
just said.
Wow.
Then we'll be getting more eyes on us then.
Well, you might be. You never know. It's an honour. It's an honour to be in it. It is.
Oh god, just keep doing
Anyway.
it. Have fun.
Yeah. Anyway, I will end the show on that. Cerebral Paul, where can we find you?
You can find me at Cerebral1. What is that? Don't
That's
eat the
tushi.
food while I'm talking. And you can find me on Twitch at Cerebral Paul. Really pretty easy. And you can find me here every Wednesday. And you can also, I stream on Saturdays on my channel when we're doing the community game night with those guys. So feel free to jump in there, and you can also join us while we're playing whatever. What are we playing this week? I forgot.
Halo and golf with friends if we end up doing golf. 'Cause usually Halo, we usually spend like all freaking night.
And we're also doing I may not be with you because I may have a golf date with Bomber, but on Friday nights we're also playing. We're playing, right? Because if I recall, there's 2 nights on this week, Friday and Saturday.
Yep, 9 p.m. UK, 4 p.m. EST. We'll be doing Call of Duty, Cold War as custom matches. I'm hoping we can do some prop hunt as well, if you can do that option. But we're going to do that for all night, and then we'll do Saturday. We'll do Halo and golf with your friends.
So there you go, guys. Join us. We'll be there.
Should be fun.
Next.
Animated Evil, where can people find you? And thanks for being a new weekly regular to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation, sir. I appreciate it. People can find me at animated_evil on Twitter, or on the Xbox you can add me at animatedevil857. And hopefully you can find me here every week.
And at kinkybear.com.
And yes, OnlyFans.
And we better get to removals of thanks for coming on. Just removable sanity's his battery's on 1% battery, just message me. So get your intro and get out quickly.
Apologies. If you can find me on YouTube, Minds, Twitter, and Xbox Live under the name Removal Sanity, and of course on here whenever I get allowed on.
Every week.
Every week, yep.
Hopefully. Mr. Tushi, where can people find you?
You can find me on. Go on, say again.
You've probably already told them, but
I'm talking about the game night, but you can find me on Twitter and Xbox, PlayStation, Discord, Twitch as Mr. Tushi. That's about it. Simples.
And you can find me on this channel. And you're a proud new member of Gamers Guild. I'd like to thank them all again for it. And you can find me. I've already advertised in the next shows I've got coming up. So I'll see you all Sunday if you come and watch Pong Soul's show, which should be good. Community Spotlight, and see you all soon.
It's nice.
Happy gaming, guys.
Always gone.